Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a part of biology known as brain diseases. We are going to study this part of biology with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, the swelling of the brain tissues as a result of excessive accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid in the ventricles of the brain is best described as dash. A. Hydrocephalus. B. Typhoid fever. C. Cholera. D. Malaria. In this question, the correct answer is A. Hydrocephalus. Hydrocephalus is the swelling of the brain tissues due to excessive accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid in the ventricles of the brain. Research have shown that the arachnoid villus or villi absorb the cerebrospinal fluid in order to keep its balance in the body system. So when the level of this cerebrospinal fluid becomes excess, when the level is above normal, they will accumulate in the ventricles of the brain and bring a swelling of brain tissues. So this swelling of brain tissues due to this excessive accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid in brain ventricles is called hydrocephalus. The next question says, which of the following is a symptom of hydrocephalus? A. Increased head size in a newborn baby. B. Vomiting. C. Poor feeding. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. When someone is suffering from this hydrocephalus, there will be vomiting. This problem leads to increased head size in a newborn baby. When this problem occurs before a baby is born, it will lead to or it will bring about a baby with an increased head size. Studies have shown that this problem can also cause poor feeding. All these things are various symptoms of hydrocephalus. The next question says, the benign encapsulated tumor that occurs in the leptomeninges is called dash. A. Meningioma. B. Hepatitis. C. Tuberculosis. D. Cholera. In this question, the correct answer is A. Meningioma. Meningioma is a benign encapsulated tumor that occurs in the leptomeninges of the brain. Studies have shown that this tumor is not a cancerous tumor, but is an encapsulated tumor that occurs in the leptomeninges of the brain. The next question says, which of the following is a brain disorder? A. Typhoid fever. B. Cholera. C. Meningitis. D. Hepatitis. In this question, the correct answer is C. Meningitis. Among these options, meningitis is a brain disorder. The next question says, the dilation of the blood vessel in the brain due to the weakening of its wall is best described as dash. A. Aneurysm. B. hepatitis, C. diabetes, D. dropsy. In this question, the correct answer is A. aneurysm. Aneurysm is the dilation of the blood vessel in the brain due to the weakening of its wall. Studies have shown that when this thing occurs, the blood vessels will appear like balloon due to the weakening of the wall of this blood vessel. This problem can affect the brain. The one that occurs in the brain is a serious threat to the brain of an individual. So when there is a dilation of the blood vessel in the brain due to the weakening of its wall, it is called brain aneurysm. The next question says, a sudden loss of consciousness resulting when the rupture of a blood vessel leads to oxygen lack in the brain is called dash. A. Stroke. B. Tuberculosis. C. Typhoid fever. D. Malaria. In this question, the correct answer is A. Stroke. Stroke is a sudden loss of consciousness resulting when the rupture of a blood vessel leads to oxygen lack in the brain. Research have shown that the brain cells consume high percentage of oxygen that gets into the body system. When there is a failure in the free flow of oxygen to the brain cells will respond negatively to that, and this response of the brain cells due to lack of oxygen results to what we call stroke. So when someone is talking about stroke, this stroke is a sudden loss of consciousness resulting when the rupture of a blood vessel leads to oxygen lack in the brain. The next question says, stroke is also known as dash. A. Tuberculosis. B. Cerebrovascular accident. C. Malaria. D. Cholera. In this question, the correct answer is B. Cerebrovascular accident. This problem of the brain called stroke is also called cerebrovascular accident because this problem occurs when there is sudden shortage of oxygen in the brain cells. When there is sudden lack of oxygen in the brain cells will respond negatively to this oxygen deficiency or this oxygen lack in the brain. The next question says, the inflammation of the meninges of the brain is called dash. A. Typhoid fever. B. Meningitis. C. Malaria. D. Syphilis. In this question, the correct answer is B. Meningitis. Meningitis means inflammation of the meninges of the brain. The next question says, a brain disease characterized by slow decline in memory, thinking, and reasoning skills is best described as dash. A. Alzheimer's disease. B. Tuberculosis. C. Cholera. D. Hepatitis. In this question, the correct answer is A. Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is one of the brain diseases, and studies have shown that when an individual is suffering from this disease, there will be a slow decline in memory of that person. There will be a slow decline in thinking and even reasoning. All these things are facts about Alzheimer's disease. The next question says, a chronic brain disorder which makes someone to experience repeated convulsions accompanied by impaired consciousness is best described as dash. A. Epilepsy. B. Malaria. C. Typhoid fever. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Epilepsy. Epilepsy is a long-term brain disorder, and this problem makes an individual to experience repeated convulsions accompanied by impaired consciousness. This epilepsy is one of the serious diseases of the brain. It has eliminated a lot of people in different parts of the world. The next question says, the inflammation of the brain is called dash. A. Encephalitis. B. Pneumonia. C. Typhoid fever. D. Malaria. In this question, the correct answer is A. Encephalitis. Encephalitis is the swelling or inflammation of the brain. The next question says, encephalitis is caused by dash. A. Bacterial infection. B. Viral infection. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is C. All of the above. This problem of the brain called encephalitis is caused by different factors. Studies have shown that bacterial infection can cause this encephalitis. Some bacteria can get into the brain and begin to manipulate the brain cells, and at the end of the day there will be swelling of the brain. Viruses can also contaminate the brain cells and cause this encephalitis. There are many other factors that can cause this problem called encephalitis in humans. The next question says, Parkinson's disease is characterized by dash. A. Impaired muscular coordination. B. Tremor. C. Postural instability. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. There is a brain problem called Parkinson's disease. Research have shown that this disease usually affects people that have advanced in age. And when an individual begins to suffer from this disease, he or she will experience impaired muscular coordination in such a way that there will be a serious problem in the movements of that person. This disease can also trigger tremor. It can bring postural instability. All these things are facts about this disease called Parkinson's disease in humans. The next question says, cerebral palsy is a disorder due to damage to brain areas that control muscular movement during foetal development. A. True. B. False. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. True. There is what we call cerebral palsy. Studies have shown that this cerebral palsy is one of the brain problem, and this cerebral palsy is due to damage to brain areas that control muscular movements during fetal development. When a baby in the womb gets affected by this problem, that baby can experience, or that baby can be born with a lot of abnormality in him or her. This problem can damage the areas of the brain that control muscular movements in such a way that that baby can experience a lot of issues when he or she is born. If this is the first time you are watching our video, if this is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you can study other topics that we have treated in many of our videos. You can also ask your questions in this channel.